A fresh 15 minutes for this fourth quarter clock here at Gillette Stadium. NCAA semifinals alongside Hudson Ridley. I'm Gino Antamarino, and the chances of coming back in this game for Syracuse are looking pretty bleak. Maryland has won 18 straight games when leading entering the fourth quarter. The Terrapins currently up by 6, 11-5, Maryland on top. As we head back to the face-off X, Jonah Carrier for Maryland lines up across from John Mullen. Syracuse attacking the right cage, Maryland the left. Syracuse trying to get its way back into the national championship. That would be a rematch, a 2009 rematch against Cornell. That was the last time the Orange won it all as well that year. Faceoff is won by Mullen, who sprints up ahead, downhill. Sea of white jerseys. He somehow gets through and scores! John Mullen taking on a sea of Terrapins. It doesn't matter. Puts a goal on the board for Syracuse, and the Orange now trail by just 5 with 14:52 left in the fourth quarter. A quick strike by John Mullen. That's what Syracuse needed.
Mullen was way more involved in the offense last week, had 3 shots, all 3 of them on goal, picked up a goal in that Princeton game. He comes back out today, does very similar things, just streaked down, almost got taken down, had to muscle his way through multiple white jerseys to fire that one home. Back-to-back weeks with a goal for Mullen, and it's really right what the doctor ordered right there, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Mullen pumping his chest. Gary Gait, head coach for Syracuse, was joking heading into this weekend. A reporter asked him, what's something that people don't really know about John Mullen? And Gait started laughing and said, have you ever seen him smile? I've seen him smile a couple of times. And that time, I'm sure he cracked a little bit of a grin trying to get his team back in this game, but not after a face-off violation. That frown quickly coming on the face of John Mullen as the Terrapins attacking the left cage. Has a chance to get that momentum right back. 11-6, Maryland on top in the NCAA semifinals. About a minute and a half played in the fourth quarter. The winner of today's game will play the top-seeded Cornell Big Red on Monday. Maryland playing catch from below the goal line. Now up top. Keegan from above the restraining line gives off to Erksa. Maryland moves the ball clockwise. Gives it to X for Bryce Ford. Keegan from the far alley. Runs in, now backs out. Minute played in the fourth quarter. 30 seconds left on the shot clock. Ford spins at X. Maryland known for taking a lot of time on their shot clocks. And now's the perfect time to do it with Syracuse threatening a comeback. Try and take as much time away from that comeback as possible. Erksa to the doorstep. A shot from Ford. Turnaround. And it just misses wide of the right post. Back up. Goes to Maryland. Courtesy of Eric Spanos. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Spanos with his heels on the end line. Runs to near goal line extended. A hidden ball trick. He's still got it. Passes in front. Ball hits the deck. Syracuse picks it up. Billy Dwan right there for the Orange, but he's quickly harassed by 2 Terrapins. Ball goes to the sideline, and it's last touched by Syracuse. What a play by Maryland. As soon as Dwan got possession, Daniel Kelly came running over on the ride and forced Dwan to just lose possession, and it rolls out of bounds. Minute 45 played in the fourth quarter. The Terrapins attacking the left cage, up by 5.
That last possession was really the last thing you could ever want if you're Syracuse in this position. You're down by 5. You don't even get a shot on net. You don't even cross your own half-point line. And, oh yeah, by the way, fresh 80 on the shot clock for Maryland.
Right. So Maryland's offense right back to work. Syracuse's defense as well. Maryland works the ball around from straight away. Erksa. Sidewind pass to Stoball. Stumbles, gets right back up. Back to Erksa. From above the restraining line, straight away. Maryland loves to move the ball like a pendulum back and forth between the alleys. To the near alley, it's Bryce Ford. Turns his back, facing his own cage, and now works it to the far side. 6 seconds left to shoot. Aiden Aiken to the right alley. Ford harassed by Jake Spallina, and he just throws it away. Great defensive stand from Syracuse, but that's a lot of time taken away from the game clock for the Orange to try and get back in this ball game. 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 11-6, Maryland on top.
All hands on deck for defense for Maryland. If the Orange score here, a lot more manageable, down by 4, but this is a really big possession for Syracuse.
It truly is. Syracuse's offense has been pretty stagnant so far in this game. Had about 30 minutes of no goal scoring earlier in this game. Its longest goal drought of the season as Hiltz gets a handoff from Roa straight away, and he gets knocked down. Jackson Canfield says, "Get out from my side." Ball hits the deck, whistle blows, and a violation called against Maryland. As soon as Hiltz went down, a scramble for that ground ball was picked up by Roa, and Eric Kohler came over and gave him a push from behind. So Syracuse resets. No penalties assessed. English to the near side for Michael Leo. Step down shot from a high slot, denied by McNaney, who just set the all-time Division I record in minutes played as a goalkeeper. Talk about experience. One of several veterans on this Maryland team. Makes up about 40% of this team, either seniors, fifth years, or grad students. So the Terrapins, with a lot of experience, not just in lacrosse, but at this level, especially, Hudson.
Exactly. A lot of them in the tournament with a lot of experience. McNaney, this is his 4th NCAA tournament. He was the player of the tournament, most outstanding player back in 2022, the last time Maryland won a championship.
Matthew Keegan puts on the brakes, gives it straight away for Ford. Now the far side for Spanos. One hand on his stick as he works the goal line extended. 10.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Syracuse down by 5. Maryland's got possession, attacking the left gauge. Whittier gives off to far goal line extended. Straight away, Matthew Keegan with 15 left on the shot clock. Spanos slowly approaches the cage, falls down, gets harassed by Figueres. 5 seconds left to shoot. Maryland still has the ball. They got to make something happen, and they do! A Superman-style goal by Bryce Ford for the Terrapins with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Said that's plenty of time for me to get one in. 12-6 Maryland on top with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And Syracuse had some daylight heading into this frame, but Maryland closing the curtain.
Yeah, that really right there could be the dagger. Syracuse was a goal away from making it a 4-goal game. That's very reasonable against even a Maryland defense when you have the firepower Syracuse has. You never know with a 4-goal lead. Well, a 6-goal lead with 10 minutes left and the amount of time Maryland takes off the clock. And now no Mullen at the faceoff X because of the last violation. Everything is mounting right now against the Orange. Time is ticking on the season.
Ford, the All-American honorable mention this season, his 2nd goal of the day, his 22nd goal of the season as well. Maryland takes it off the faceoff, and just like that, more momentum sways in the side of the Terrapins. And you just know for a fact they're going to drain this shot clock and more time off the game clock for Syracuse to try and get back in this game.
The number one thing Tillman, head coach John Tillman of Maryland, mentioned is that he doesn't want to let Syracuse go nuts, is what he said, and score 19 goals like the last week. I mean, really, you can't ask much more of your defense than to hold Syracuse to, at this point, 6. And their offense has stepped up in a big way, too. 12 goals already in this game. Still 10 minutes left to play. That beats their season average against teams that are much worse than Syracuse.
John Tillman, his 15th season as the Maryland head coach, as Maryland tried a sharp angle shot, courtesy of Bryce Ford from above goal line extended. Just missed wide, but the Terrapins get it right back. Tillman with some Central New York roots, played at Colgate and Cornell. Gave a lot of credit to Coach Gary Gait and this Syracuse squad, said they really started to put things together as the season progressed. But so far in today's game, Maryland just showing that it's the stronger opponent. 5 seconds left on the shot clock as Jack Schultz just throws the ball away from a below goal line extended. And Maryland will take those. Eat up the time on the clock, and with 8:41 left in the fourth quarter, Syracuse down by 6, trying to get something quick.
And Maryland's certainly comfortable to just drain all the clock. They really don't need more than these 12 goals. Surely they'll take more, but at this point in the game, really all they need is those 12 with the way the defense has been playing. Syracuse needs a goal on pretty much every single possession that they'll get based on the remaining time.
Hoddle coils around the cage, looks for options from the near side, gives it back to Splina at X. Dashes for goal line extended, feeds it straight away. It's Anderson, calls for a screen from Hoddle. Runs to his left. Anderson can't get any sort of angle. Working on Jordy Holmes, the senior for Maryland. Anderson with some daylight. A sidewinding shot sails high of the crossbar, and Anderson immediately slammed his stick on the turf. He knew that there was a little bit of opening on that far side, but just couldn't get it. Syracuse on the backup. Splina races to far side. Passes on the doorstep. Leo couldn't get a shot off. Syracuse resets. 7:40 left in the fourth quarter. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Hoddle gallops to near goal line extended. A high shot and a high save from Logan McNaney, the grad student for Maryland. We've heard his name a ton this broadcast. His 10th save of the day. Maryland's all-time saves leader, wins leader, a national champ, NCAA tournament MVP, and this year all Big Ten first team. He's someone that continues to anchor the back end for the Terrapins. And next year will take his talents to the Denver Outlaws of the PLL, was drafted number 11 in the draft. And the Outlaws, they got a good one, Hudson.
They certainly did. A lot of players in this game right now making their way after Memorial Day weekend to the PLL level. Sam English, the highest picked of those guys for the Orange, the 3rd overall pick in the draft. To the Redwoods.
Right, Carter Rice will join him there for Syracuse. Meanwhile, the other way for Maryland, 6.5 left in the fourth quarter. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Maryland up by 6. An errant pass was intended for Eric Spanos behind the cage. Just sails over his head. Syracuse has got possession. 6:20 left in the fourth quarter. The Orange on the clear attempt. So far in today's game, the Orange 11 for 14 on clears. And they get it over the midfield line.
You can't count out Syracuse really in any position. We've seen flurries of goals in certain games against Harvard, against North Carolina, but they need to push the pace.
Leo face dodges, spins away from pressure. Now goes right back into the heart of Maryland's defense, shoots, scores! Syracuse needed that. Michael Leo cuts the deficit to just 5 with under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Still plenty of time left for Syracuse to get back in this game. They know that, and they're going to call a timeout to talk things over. We'll take a step aside. You're listening to Syracuse Men's Lacrosse on the original home of the Orange, WAER.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by our members and our sponsors.